everyone, welcome to our Nifty BankNifty live analysis. Now, taking steps from yesterday, we are very clear that yesterday also I was in the camp where the bullishness is short-sighted and the bearishness can prevail. And we were very clear here, we were trying to see a downside move to happen yesterday, but it did go higher. And ideally, when we had marked the zones of resistance on the upper side, it was very clear that whenever it moved higher, it went into a selling spree. Again, he went higher. Again, it went into selling and tried to go higher. But ultimately, again, it came back down. So there was selling pressure again because of the patch which we had already noticed where multiple selling was already there around this 18,100 zone. And that's where the selling came in. Now the question comes over here where the selling has come in, and now today it opens gap down. Now when it opens gap down, the main idea over here is the important support zone of yesterday where multiple buying has happened all the way. And if you remember, yesterday's option data was 17,900. So it did go below that. It tried to sustain below that zone, and then it was very clear this was a strong support zone right over here. So it has to breach that. So it did breach, came back, again tried to test and could not go higher. And the selling came down all the way on the downside. So there is a sharp selling which has taken place already in the first half. And obviously, what can we expect in the second half? So second half, can there be a strong reversal that can come through, or will it go sideways or further downside? Let's go and watch. So first thing is, if you want to see on the bigger time frame where important support is there for Nifty, because now a lot of selling has happened. So one thing is very clear, after big downside support over here, we can clearly see again one more selling. Again, we can see over here the selling pressure is still there when he tried to go back up, and then again it is coming back towards day low. Now the most important point over here, it is coming into the important support zone of Nifty. So if you see on the hourly chart, this is where strong reversal activity had taken place right towards the top, and here also we can see where the selling happened. It basically took a strong reversal from this zone as well. So 17,800 zone is very, very critical. And from here, you can see some bit of reversal activity which can happen. So this is very, very important to note that some kind of reversal bounce back activity can happen in this area now going forward. Second, we try to see any option data which is there. If you see the max put OI is also at 18,000. So that gives me more, 17,800. So that gives you more reason why if Nifty again corrects more on the downside, and you can start looking for a reversal format over here at the bottom. So it has already undergone a lot of selling, and we can start looking for reversal around that zone 17,800. It is already 830. So 30-40 points down, and start looking for reversal bet with a small risk reward can give you fantastic recovery is possible to because of the expiry as well. So taking out from the smaller time frame, from higher time frame, we are very clear this 18,000, 17,800 is very, very important. Smaller time frame, if we see, he tried to go up. So if you see over here, it did come down. It was taking some support, tried to go up right at this point, and it is very clear even after the sharp up move which took place, it kind of broke the trend line and then started moving on the downside. So a lot of selling pressure is there even after a strong move, which we basically see. And now we have to understand on the downside, as I said, that as per the option put OI data says 17,800 is very, very important support zone. So I'll just mark that 17,800 zone. This is an important zone going forward for Nifty for this expiry, and we will wait out for that, because I feel after a sharp down move, it might again come down. So one more round of selling can come through. It can take a small bounce over here, but again, selling can come through. Start looking for reversal bet over here, because going for a sell trade over here after a sharp down move, moving up another down move, I would not go for sell trade, because it can also do reversal at this point. As I said, it will reverse over here, then go sideways. Again, it can go down. And then this point will basically give you a good reversal trade around that 17,800, because option data is there, important support, technical support is there. And let's also see the dynamic option data. Is it suggesting 17,800 some important zone or not? That 17,800 is some important zone or not? Let's go and watch. So option data also suggesting 900 is very, very important. And obviously market is trading below 900, 17,900, but if you see 17,800, it is not a very solid support as far as data goes. So 53,000 is basically there. But if I try to see in last 2 hours, 17,800, 42,000 people have added. Okay, that gives me confidence over here that 17,800 can become a good recovery pointer over here, basically to go from downside to up. And if I see over here also, 17,800 in last 1 hour also adding 18,000 on the OI part. So I feel that 17,800 is critical. Let it fall over here. Start looking for reversal candle structures at the bottom for a reversal bet for some kind of recovery for this expiry. So that's basically to take on Nifty. Obviously, after such a big sharp downfall, we cannot expect going for sell trade more on the downside where the risk reward will not be suitable. So what I would basically look out for, if I want to take a trade on this expiry, I will start looking out for the down move, which basically goes by. And once the down move comes in into my important support zone, and then if I get kind of a downtrend on the downside, if I just see the trend line focusing on the downside over here, and if I get some reversal activity taking place from the downside, then I would like to basically go for the buy trade. So here we have, and it basically gives me a buy trade. Then I'm interested to go for buy trade, keeping my stop loss over here, which is very, very small for a small expiry trade, which can give me a good risk reward of 1:3, which can even be trailed on the higher side. And obviously going above this zone will be little critical, 17,880, 17,900. So this is like a 100-point rally which can happen. And if you basically take the expiry option 0 to 0, you can make good amount of money. Okay, so we'll wait out. We'll watch for 17,800 zone, try to find a trend line breakout taking place, reversal structure, W formation, candle pattern, take your trade on the upside. Let's also check whether Bank Nifty will also support the same or not, because what we are seeing over here is Nifty has gone sideways. It has gone sideways, showing buying pressure has come after the long of selling pressure in the morning. Let's see what's happening on Bank Nifty. So first thing on the Bank Nifty, it's very, very sharp fall which is happening in Bank Nifty. That clearly tells me that the Bank Nifty is much, much weaker compared to Nifty. Okay, so one thing is very clear, that Bank Nifty is very, very weak compared to Nifty. And the other thing, if I try to see the support, let's say on the hourly chart, where is the important support? So for problem for Bank Nifty now is, this was the last spike which was made over here. Okay, so somewhere we can see spike was made around 38,400 or 500 kind of region. So this is very, very important. This was important support. This was important support. All of that has been taken out today. So the most important part over here is to understand that all these important pointers of support and support has been taken out. It tried to go up again, went down. Yesterday also you can see it closed near the day low, and today after opening down, it has just been flowing one way on the downside. So lot of important point now to understand that Bank Nifty is very, very weak. So because of this, as I said, Bank Nifty will go down further. And because it goes down further, the main idea over here is Nifty will also go down further towards 17,800 zone. So I will be looking for bullish stands on Nifty rather than Bank Nifty, because it seems to be purely weak. If I see on 15-minute chart as well, it's very, very clear. If you just see over here, multiple times the supports have been taken over here, sustaining below this. Again, a small mini breakdown happening today and going all the way on the downside. So some bit of reversal can happen around this zone, somewhere around 38,400. So we can basically mark the 38,400 zone, which can become very, very critical for us to look for even the reversal bet if you want to take, but this will be a little risky compared to Nifty. So I would basically advise for Nifty rather than Bank Nifty. But still, after a sharp fall, you can have a good bounce of 150, 200 points to happen over here in the same fashion. And if I try to see on the 5-minute chart, the same thing which we were looking at the Nifty, the same thing we can say over here. So it is going down way, way faster. Okay, so the trend line is not very smooth because of a sharp fall over here on the downside. But ideally, I would basically look out for a sharp fall into the important support zone kind of W formation taking place, and then I can take a trade of the buy with a small stop loss coming back again to the same point from where the selling has started. So it can move from 38,500 to 700. Quite a good recovery can happen in Bank Nifty also. but we have to wait and watch to come into the support range, which will also bring Nifty also down. So you can select whether it is Nifty, Bank Nifty, whichever gives you a very good structure on the downside, you can go for the buy trade. Let us also see this one. What we are trying to track over here, is there any option data? So there is no option data on the downside of 38,500 or so. And more so, if I try to basically see the live option data, is it suggesting some kind of OI built up? So like in Nifty, it has suggested that there is some kind of OI built up which is happening. So let's go and check whether this guy also is showing 38,500 strong support or not. So there is 51,000 right from morning, but if I see in the last 2 hours, that is not much. It's only 13,000 over here, not much. And if you go and see on 60 minutes, it is around 5,000. So as I said, so Bank Nifty, and there is a lot of resistance on the top. So 38,600, there is a lot of stoppage point if you see over here. So I would not be very, very bullish on Bank Nifty compared to Nifty. So let's wait and watch how things pan out. But I would basically wait for Nifty to collide down further into the important support zone, and then look out for the trade on the upside, because taking trade over here, you're getting capped on the upside, you're getting capped on the downside, does not make any sense unless it goes down further and then you start looking for buy trade. So it can be even above 17,800, not necessarily it will come down over here, it can come till here also, like 17,800 to 17,825 or so, and then we can get a pullback on the upside. So let it fall, relax, wait for your structure. If it comes by, take the trade. Thank you very much. Let's connect again tomorrow. Thank you for watching live commentary.